Oh my God, Zach.
You know what it is?
I don't know
Because
if you guys
I
knew
clicked
this.
stop streaming. All right, hang on. We're checking it right now.
He did it because he said boobs.
I did.
Yeah.
I can't have you tarnishing my reputation.
And he got nervous.
I can't
He
deal
got
with any
excited.
female mammary glands.
That's crazy talk.
Fun
Zach
fact.
was-
All right, we are officially live. I apologize for the
Okay.
miscommunication.
What fun fact?
Oh, just that you can milk anything with nipples, obviously.
Except for men, because men are unmilkable.
Welcome to your best imaginary friends. Nipple Talk D&D 5e.
We're
In
a
this
5e
campaign.
nipple play podcast.
We didn't say nipple play. We said milking.
Right. Sorry.
It's not sexual.
It's functional, Zach.
Most of the time.
Right,
Most
sorry.
of
Yeah.
the time.
Right.
We're talking about breast milk, Dungeons and Dragons, and
And boobs.
and boobs. So
All the boobs.
last week we are in Greenest, the hometown of the really who's held captive, or I'm sorry, he was arrested because he was trying to beat people up. Now he was accused of murder. He's in this town, his hometown of Greenest, and as you were preparing to rescue him, all hell broke loose. While trying to find the killer, you may have been a little distracted because the reason you were going to Greenest was to protect the town from a blue dragon. You have been running through the night, battling large groups of these raiders, and as you left the temple, or I'm sorry, and you just ran into the temple of Shantia, where you saw a half-elf, Edian Falcon Moon, who is a cleric of Shantia. He's, So as you are looking around this, it's the largest building besides the keep. It's got wooden slats, and it's a pretty simple structure. You notice that it's much larger than it used to be. It just seems like there's more of a religious presence than there was when you started out. Nothing much different. That is just a bigger temple, and it looks very simple. Not a lot of ornaments or anything. Just everything in there is made of wood, and I believe he's a half elf. He's a half elf, not a full elf. So what would you guys like to do?
How many people are in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a large group of people, maybe about 50 commoners hiding in the darkness, and they kind of are shocked as you come in covered in blood, and as strangers. And then when Thoroughly steps forward, they get even more terrified.
Maybe we'll just push him towards the back of the group. Just don't want to upset these people even more.
I was sitting on a bench somewhere, chugging the ale that was given to me.
So the last thing that we heard was, before we went in the temple and got healed, was shouts, what sounded like commands being shouted from the main square of the town. Okay.
Yep.
So I'll make sure the family that was following us gets into the temple.
Okay.
And then I'll start striding purposefully. I'll thank the what is his name again?
His name is Edian.
Edian. Edian, thank you very much for your help, but there's still more I feel we need to do, despite our current state.
All right, I will protect the villagers. My powers only come from the structure. I do not carry them with me. I'm not a full cleric. But thank you, and
I
Send
kind of
any survivors here.
I tug on the bottom part of his robe, the little leg of his robe, and I go, are there more of you, or clerics, people who can heal like you just did?
No, I'm
Just
the
yourself.
only religious one, and the little healing I've given you is a blessing from Shantia herself. I've been praying all night for saving.
That was a lot of healing in my case. Well, I'd keep the door closed if I were you, and I'm just gonna shoulder my warhammer and follow Zag out.
All right.
I'll ask him before I leave. Are you armed? Do you have a weapon in case?
He just pulls out his holy symbol. Shantia will protect us here.
I'll say cold steel might help as well. I found in the wild. There are weapons out
Druid.
there in the bodies.
You use steel? That's abnormal.
I don't use steel. I just know it has merits in the wild. I've seen others.
I pull a dagger out from one of my belts, and I'll just put it on a pew. I'll say, use this or give it to somebody who can.
He nods, and he picks it up, does a little twirl.
Ooh.
I'm handy with the butchering of the animals. I will butcher the creatures that come my way.
Stick him with the pointy end, and then I will walk out.
All right. Are all of you leaving?
Yeah, I guess we'll.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll try my best to help move some of the furniture back that they had piled up around the door, but
Yeah, I'll grab Rona by her ear as we leave.
All right. And Anthony, you should have.
Ow! What the hell?
We got a dragon to kill. No time for resting.
You should have full healing, or full hit points. Everyone should have
Okay,
full hit
yeah.
points, but nothing
Oh.
else is regained.
I was wondering why I
Temporary.
had all of my hit points.
Yeah. Rona, do you want to make a short speech, a 10-minute speech
No
to
time.
I
everyone?
don't think we
I
got
don't think
time.
we
I do
people die.
I want to make it on the importance of the bad touching and not hurting other people.
Can we do it while we're
Keeping
walking?
your
Is that
hands
allowed?
to yourself mostly, and also not when it comes to being the bad people. And it's mostly just a mishmash of bad things, but
Okay.
you should feel inspired to hurt
All right.
bad.
Are we allowed to do that while walking, Christine?
Probably not, but I would say that with the amount of time you spend in the temple, 10 minutes is about checking on the people and talking amongst yourself.
Okay, cool.
It takes about 10 minutes, and you barely hear it, but she's inspiring enough to give you those hit points.
Sweet.
She's inspiring enough just being there.
Oh, do really?
The Keyleth inspiration speech.
That seemed to be better put together than a Keyleth inspiration speech.
I don't know. She did pretty well when she finished the Aramente.
That one was good.
All right. So, sorry, we gotta focus.
Keep this train on
okay.
track.
I'd like to break off from the group about 15 feet away from them and just kind of stealth away from the group, or keep close
Okay.
by.
I'll roll perception as we walk to get a good sense of what's going on.
Yeah,
All right.
I'd be doing the same.
So as soon as you open the doors, you roll. Everyone rolls a perception check.
Dragon! It's a dragon! Sorry.
Are you kidding me? This
Oh my
Still
god!
roll a 10 though.
natural 1, but a 10. I think I'm just going where's the dragon?
I can't see it.
That's
And a
the
natural
town
3 on
square.
your stealth.
Oh yeah.
It's a great night for rolling already.
I can see.
No pressure, just a dragon about.
Yeah.
Let me roll for Rona. And you get your 7. Is it 7?
I believe.
I
It's
think so.
7. It's
Okay.
her level plus her modifier.
Yep. 7. Everyone gets 7. And perception. You rolled a 9.
Yay!
You rolled an 8, but you still got less perception than Dandy.
Oh, Rona,
Third in my eye.
you do have lay on hands still, so don't forget that you have healing.
Oh, praise.
I don't have a full lay on hand. I know I helped Thrilly out.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, you might only have.
I asked the
left.
group who has healing. Who needs a healing potion? Is everybody have at least one, maybe two?
0.
13 lay on hand.
I tossed 2 to Thrilly.
I have a potion of healing.
Cool. I'll toss 1 to Dandy. How many do you have?
I've got 3.
Cool. I tossed 1 to Halek. So I have 2. Thrilly has 2. Dandy has 3, and Rona has her lay on hands. Right.
Yep.
I have 13 lay on hands.
Cool.
All it says.
And I technically have a 1st and 2nd level cure wounds.
Right.
You might only have 1 lay on hands left.
I know you used at least 5 points, I want to say, last game, because I remember that happening at some point.
All right. So, Zag, you're the only one that really gets the commotion. You're the only one who looks to the sky to see if the dragon is around, and you do not see it. And you hear loud commotion coming from the green, the town square, as you did. There's still quite a few groups of people, and cultists, but you all manage to kind of weave through the buildings. You have taken a good chunk of them out, and you notice that they're all kind of raiding houses and pulling and grabbing stuff and leaving town with it.
Are they grabbing people?
I was gonna say,
or
are there
just stuff?
people there, or is it just things?
It's mostly just stuff.
If there's any people, I would fight them, just as a heads
Yeah,
up.
I will be intervening if there are people involved.
You kind of get the feeling that either they've made it to a safe spot, or they are
Okay.
Most of the villagers are either in a safe spot, and as you're passing, you do see several have lost their lives, more than you really
Jeez.
would want.
We can take these bastards out later. We have to move to the center of town. I can hear fighting.
Yeah. Before any
Going
more
in
damage
loud or
happens.
quiet?
I think it's already loud, so surprise it. It doesn't know we're coming. It'll know others are coming. I didn't see the monks, did I?
Nope.
We need them. All right, let's go find it.
All right. So it takes a good, say, 10 minutes to run over there. Dandy, are you going in a different direction, or just straight headed there?
Based
or
on that
separate?
perception check, I was probably walking away for a couple steps and then realized I'm getting really far away from the group, and I'll try and catch up.
Yeah, you end up watching a kobold making eye contact with a kobold as it has a big sack of dried meats, and it's just tearing a chunk and running.
I don't understand these creatures. I ponder their existence for a little while, and then I catch up.
As you get closer, you do see the giant wings of a blue dragon. You see this horn, this magnificent horn on the top and of its head, and these bright eyes. And as you get closer, everyone will have to make a wisdom saving
fear
throw.
presence. That's right.
I'd like to cast Hunter's Mark, since I can see it
Okay.
on that bad boy.
I try. This is right.
Can I cast resistance on people?
No.
Who hasn't rolled yet? I can cast.
I
resistance
haven't.
on them, right?
Yeah, you can only do it on those who have not rolled.
Yeah.
I have
So I
not
cast
rolled.
resistance. You get a D4 additional.
I haven't rolled.
Rhoda,
who is-
you saved.
Oh.
You got a 19.
Yay!
Alright, you
Um,
did it anyway, Halek. That sucks, but okay.
High five, Dandy.
And the next
Our
thing I'm going to
terrible rolls.
ask everyone to do is roll initiative. And
Oh shit! I didn't put my
We're-
person, but I rolled.
We're
shitty.
just gonna do theater of the
Like-
mind. So just tell me, or I'll just write down what you have, and we'll just go that way.
Okay, cool.
Just like to say, I haven't rolled over a 3 today.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
I haven't again.
Oh,
It's
my
another
god.
Nash.
Oh,
I've done
my
2
god.
ones in a row now.
What
Is
is
there
happening?
a trash can I can hide it in somewhere around here? Can I just jump in and... No.
Should we start calling you Oscar or?
Yeah, please. This is my
I'm
new
joining
life.
Dandy here.
Senor, we have 2 Wheatons at the table.
And
Senor
Rona,
Keaton.
I can roll for you if you'd like.
I'm trying.
She's in. It looks
Oh
like.
yeah, you're fine.
Dandy, not
Take your
only are we terrified, we aren't going forever.
I mean, Dandy still rolled higher than me.
Oh wait, I
Oh,
need
wow.
to select my
you did.
token.
This is
Where's
not
my
a good
token
spread.
at?
Oh, you don't.
don't have
We're doing
tokens.
theater of the mind, so like I'm not pulling out the token. Just roll initiative. And...
Okay.
We're gonna have to make some harder decisions, is what theater of the mind means.
We're just gonna die quicker.
Right, exactly.
I imagine
Oh
that...
my god!
Can we get a slow clap for our party?
Yikes. Jeez.
Hey, look, carry us.
Here we go.
Look, I imagine there's a giant anvil over the dragon.
Okay, so here's the bad news. You guys are about 120 feet from the dragon.
That's fine. Sure.
Can't get any closer.
Thorilli and Dandy, you are frightened. So I'm just gonna read this off. As long as you're within 120 feet of the dragon and aware, you must succeed a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
Damn.
You can repeat it at the end of each of your turn. And yeah, you're frightened, so you can't move closer to it.
I will
We can't
use
move.
my turn to dart down an alleyway perpendicular and hide in it.
Yeah. It's not your turn yet, Dandy. We have to wait for everybody to go before us because we suck.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I'm super
So
sad.
wait, nobody can move closer?
just Dandy and Thorilli are frightened.
Look at
Okay.
the size of that thing.
Oh, and Anthony, roll for Bonchon.
Oh, Constitution.
Wisdom.
Wisdom for bunch. Uh-oh.
Well,
So,
he could be pooping himself, so that would be Constitution. But...
You come into the town in what was once like a community center that Thorilli would recognize. Suddenly, like as you're coming towards this dragon, you realize that it is twice the size of Venom Fang. And though you feel confident about dealing with dragons, just the sheer size and the lightning spurting from his mouth takes over Dandy and Thorilli. You're watching as your hometown that you have no real emotional connection to is suddenly just destroyed, which you weren't anticipating as much as in your wildest dreams you kind of hoped. Seeing it in real life is putting like a huge pit in your stomach. So as you guys are looking ahead, you do see that the monks have arrived on the scene.
Oh, praise.
You see that there are only 6 of them now, I'm sorry, 7 of them. You cannot find the last, and there should be 9.
Oh, shit.
But there are, Leosin is not there, but you see Nisim and 6 of others. They are kind of in front of the dragon, and
In a
behind
line.
them are they're a little bit spread out, but you can see that some of them are even affected by this dragon, and behind them are commoners with crude weapons and a trebuchet, and they're trying to take down this dragon that looks completely fine. You can guess that it probably had just landed. So the
And
monks,
how close are they to the dragon?
they are
Like right up in its grill, or?
Yeah, the monks are pretty much up in its grill. The commoners are kind of further back, so we'll say probably about 30 feet back. And yeah, and they're kind of spread out. Everyone's kind of spread out. And the monks are trying to bark instructions, but you can see that this is so much more than they anticipated. And 2 of their rank are nowhere to be found.
AKA Chomp Chompy.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You didn't look for anyone. No. I'm just kidding.
We asked multiple times, but yeah, no. I'm not gonna go looking inside of a dragon, no thank you.
So
That's
as
a really good idea, actually.
you get closer, 3 of the monks manage to do unarmed strikes, and they back up kind of to where the commoners are, and the others are just frozen in place.
So 3 of them are okay, 4 of them are not.
Do we have to make
yeah.
this wisdom save every time, and then we could become frightened even if we made the first one, or how does that work?
I think it's a one-time once you make
One
it.
time, once we
Yeah,
make
once
it,
you
we're
make
not
it,
scared.
you're fine. Yeah,
Alright, so
We should be
I
good
ain't
for
scared.
24 hours.
Cool.
So let's not fight it for that long, guys.
Yeah, right.
So, all right. This. All right. So, yeah, and it just looks angrier. Halek, you're up.
All right, so let me see something real quick. It's in my best interest to get up there as soon as I can.
Oh, and did Banchan make the throw?
He rolled a 10. What's the DC? It's 17, you said?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Banchan is also frightened.
Yep. All right, so I, as a bonus action, hopefully, just give Banchan a little pat on the head and tell him it's gonna be okay.
Okay.
And then I dash. I want to dash 60 feet because you said we're 120 feet away, right?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. I want to dash 60 feet and say like I see you guys up there when we're ready, and I want to. My goal is to join the ranks of the monks. Yeah. So
that's all you can do.
So 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
And then can I roll Banchan's saving throw again?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Natural 16 or higher.
Wait, oh shit. I should have rolled. That still wouldn't have mattered, but I rolled a check instead of a saving throw, and he's proficient in all saving throws. 14. No.
Okay. All right. So, the dragon is going. You watch as it has not caught wind of you. It throws its weapon towards the commoners and 3 of the monks. And so you watch as 10 commoners just melt, just take the lightning at full damage. And the monks, I'll just give you an idea of how much these guys can do.
The monks or the dragon?
The dragon.
Oh, God. I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Die?
I guess.
Don't get close.
Yeah, this one gets legendary actions. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Run the fuck
Yeah,
away.
we can't fight this. Unless
Ooh, I
Leosin...
rolled really well on that. And at first, like, the lightning is kind of getting through some of them, but you notice that they don't look as rough as they should. They did come prepared for one thing. All right, and
We were prepared for a murder mystery, not for lightning.
Yeah.
and that is all it can do for now.
Jesus.
Um,
I don't know what we're supposed to do.
And it is Dandy's turn.
So wait, I have a quick question. I'm sorry, Dandy. I just want to clarify. So we basically just see a lot of lightning and then people not take a lot of damage?
You see, like, this breath, him open his mouth, and this bolt of lightning shoot from his jaws, and it manages to catch 3 of the monks and the group of commoners. 10 of the commoners fall immediately.
Okay.
Incinerated. And the monks, you figure, like, you can figure it, they take about half damage. So their armor is somehow prepared for this fight.
Okay.
Elemental
Thanks.
protection or something similar to that is what we're out of character guessing. So.
All right. So it is Dandy's turn.
I will pull out my short bow, hands shaking as I try and knock an arrow, and I'm going to take a trembly shot at him with my short bow.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Short bow. Oops. Here we go. Nine.
Is that real?
All 3.
Yep.
I can't believe it.
Tonight's not my night. So...
Neither was last week or like this weekend.
No,
oh my god, what is going
Okay,
on?
last. Well, you know.
It's
All
roll
right.
20, because if we roll our real dice, I'm telling you, you just got like a natural 20 and 18 and a...
I've been rolling a real dice too, and it's not been well. The highest I've rolled is a 12. It's
I was
not
trying
good.
to be helpful. I don't think I was.
So I will, like I said, seeing that one sail off into nothing or just hit its scales and do fuck all, I'm going to dash down, or not dash, I will just use my movement to move down a side street and try and find like a box or some barrels to hide behind or something.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
The dragon has not noticed you, so you are essentially hidden on your part. You can't sneak up on it. Okay, you
Hey.
suddenly feel yourself get very brave, and you think, this guy is not so big, I can totally take him. And you take out your little mount. No.
I will hop out of the box that I jumped into. I get unmustered by hiding
Where's
myself.
This magic box.
The commoners are going to go now, and they're by commoners I mean like the guards of the town
The
who
militia,
we met
so-
earlier.
Yeah.
And they go and throw javelins at the dragon.
All 70 of the guard throw javelins.
Right, yeah. At least 70 of them.
It is like a pretty motley crew. And
We'll be back in an hour while she rolls all 70 attacks.
I wouldn't care. I'll take a break if we live. I'm okay with that.
And one of them actually, like, as they go, a group of them manage to stick him with the javelins, and he takes.
Oh, it's yelling in
That's
pain.
a lot of damage.
And he only takes like a small amount of damage, probably like 13 points of damage.
One for each javelin that hit him.
Every little bit helps.
Okay. And it
Lol.
is Zach's turn.
I'll run basically 30 feet or 20 feet towards a building. 60 feet away from myself, I'll cast my 8 owls. Do you want them to have their turn on my turn, or should I roll initiative for them?
They can have their turn on your turn.
Okay. So I'll use my last 10 feet to hide behind a building, and I'll send those the rest of them forward. So they're 90 feet. So they're within 30 feet. So they're gonna all do flyby attacks.
Okay.
I will roll those for you now. We'll see. We'll try and get a pinpoint on its AC, folks. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5.
Come on.
Ooh, you're rolling like
Number
shit.
6. 15 does not
Mhm.
hit. Number 7. Number 8. Are
Eight
you
rolls.
fucking me?
+3. +3. 8 rolls.
Wow.
Ah!
So
None of those hit, right?
No, none of them hit. Not even the 15 hits. No way.
So on their flybys, where did they end up? How far away from them?
They each have 30 feet of movement. Given what the monks know or told us about the dragons, they're gonna end up in a staggered position, 25 and 30 feet away, and they'll be staggered.
Okay.
So
Wait.
he can
So
only hit 2
you
of them
ran.
with a blast.
So you ran forward
30 feet
with
or 20
30
feet. Sorry, 20.
20 feet.
Then I
Okay.
cast it 60 feet away from myself, which is 80. So
Okay.
they'll be 15 and 20 feet away.
So all they can do is get there. They can't fly past him.
You said we were 120 feet away.
Yeah. So. Oh wait. Okay. So they have 30 feet. Okay, I get it now.
Their
Oh, wait,
movement
no.
is much higher. I can pull it up for you, but I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
let's
it's
try
60 fly speed.
Okay. I gotta make sure you're not.
Nope,
Cheating.
you're good. No, that's
No.
fair. It's such a weird and like oddly OP ability in certain circumstances. Yes, their movement is fly speed of 60. So they are both 15 and 20 feet away, staggered, so we can only burn 2 of them at once. And
Okay.
bonus action, I heat up some rocks, and I say, "Oh shit!" Oh no, free action. Sorry. First off, describe what happens with the owls.
Go ahead. I'll wait till the end.
Okay. I yell to the cultists as I'm moving in, or not to the cultists, to our monk friends. Where's Leosin? We can't beat this thing without him.
Okay.
And then I'll hop into cover.
All right. So as your turn ends, he's going to use a legendary action and try to go for the owls that are 15 feet away from him.
Okay, cool.
How many are there?
There are
Are they
3
near
15
each
feet
other?
away. They're not. I mean, like I was gonna stagger them in like a W format kind of thing.
Okay, so we'll say 2 of them. Does it? Oh shit! Does a 33
I'm sorry. What?
to hit?
I don't
I
think
rolled-
that hits.
I rolled
don't
an
know.
18 and a 19.
Yeah, I mean it hits. You're gonna hit with a 2.
Start rolling on roll 20 so we can see that.
No.
No, it's too hard to do that. How many do you kill?
I can hold him up and show you. I don't lie.
How many do you kill?
Just 2 of them because that's all. His tail can only get that far.
He
Let
gets
me
2 with
roll
1
the
swipe. That's
damage.
fucking nutso.
2d8 plus 7, and I hit 5 plus 7 is 12.
Oh,
So
How
they
does
live.
that hit 2?
They're alive. You didn't kill them. What the fuck? Okay.
How does a tail hit
I thought you said it was.
multiples?
Oh, okay. Well, we can say it hits 1, but
I'm just
they're
confused
flying
as to.
around.
It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I feel like so. It's
All right. Thoroughly, you are up.
I'm going to yell at Halek, "You have a bow!"
Oh,
I'm
And
gonna
then
use
look
it,
at
don't
Brenna
worry.
and go, "Careful, I don't think you're dodging that." And that's going to be my turn. I'm just going to actually still stay out in the middle.
Okay, now make a wisdom saving throw.
That's what I was going for.
Hey!
There we go.
All right. You're feeling
I'm
a lot
coming,
better.
guys!
yeah, we got him now. He's on the ropes.
All right, Rona.
Okay, so I looked at my character sheet, and I don't know if we took a long rest last session, but I have all my spells, so I know I was rolling with.
You definitely should not have your spells. There was not a long rest.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, okay, so why did they all in there? I know I was rolling from my spell sheet last time.
I don't think you have any spells left. because you used Divine Smite.
I did, and I used Misty Step, and I don't know. Whatever. We'll just count it as I have no spells left. So I'm just going to.
No.
I mean, you might have a couple.
I know I was rolling from my spell sheet, but I don't know why I have all of them on. So
yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to throw a javelin at it because I'm not getting close to that. Knowing and sensing that this is larger than anything I could hope to tackle on my own, throw a javelin. So
let's see how far the javelin has to reach.
Only 30
it's
feet.
not going to hit
wow.
anyway. So
Yeah. Why does it say 30 and 20?
Isn't it 60 and 30?
I don't know.
Yeah. So it definitely does not hit. It would technically be at disadvantage.
The one time
But-
Zag doesn't throw you a rock and you want to throw something.
Oh, it's
Actually, technically,
30
you can
and
only get
120.
within 90 feet of it, and if you can only throw it 60, it would clatter off the ground
Yeah, it
before it
still
got
would
there.
reach there. Yeah.
the reach is 30, 120. So.
3120.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
it can-
you can throw it 120 feet, but you roll with disadvantage. I got it. Okay.
I'm adding the 120 to it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, would you like to move?
Okay, so is the dragon the big green thing and we're the blue thing?
Basically, right now you're 120 feet from it.
Okay. So where's everybody else? Is everybody has run
They're-
away?
Kind of around, and the dragon is moving to where, like, you could try to flank it, but you would have to be able to run over 120 feet and around to flank it where you are standing now.
Okay, so I think what I'm going to try to do is run and spread out from everybody, like so we're at even,
Okay.
and try to. No, I can't do that. I'm just gonna stand out in the open, just like try and spread out so that we're not all clumped together.
All right. And so you run 25 feet. Is that right? Forward. That's your movement.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. So Rona, you are 20. There really is 120. Zach, 20 has run 20 feet. Dandy,
Well, it depends.
0.
Is the house 10 feet closer or just perpendicular? Probably.
Just let me know how many feet you run forward.
Cool.
Yeah, because the house is. If you hide, I'm not going to count that as your movement. But we're just
that's
gonna
totally
guess
reasonable. Yeah, that's totally reasonable.
it. Yeah, like Star Wars, like there's the ranges and stuff. I know. Anyway, okay. Top of the round. The dragon has all of its legendary actions back. The monks go for another hit. And only one of them succeeds. And you watch as it takes 12 damage from one. And I'm not going to do all their fancy moves right now. So, Halek, it is your turn.
All right, so I dust off my my longbow that I never use, and I aim for the dragon's neck.
Okay.
And then there it is.
This is exciting.
I would. I don't know if I'd call it exciting, but it's certainly something.
That hits.
21 hit.
Really? I mean, hey.
Okay. So there's my.
I was just celebrating because it was over 20.
Yeah. All right, so that's 10, and then my hunter's mark.
Oh, I
That's what
can't
he
kill
looks like.
that.
That's not true. Get that
So-
off my screen.
12
That's
points
approximate.
of
That's
damage.
the correct representation of the size, though.
Yeah. All right. So you do 12 damage to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I can't believe you hit with something you never used anyway.
I'm still proficient. I just like to smash things.
Yeah. All right. It is the dragon's turn. It is going to lash out with its claws and just for shits and giggles.
More breath. What? Not a
Oh
breath
yeah, let's
weapon
see if
again.
it regains it.
Damn it, really? Oh, thank God.
So it's going to
Oh.
bite at them. Go ahead, hon.
I have to roll wisdom save for Bonchan.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, so it hits. This is like, so you watch as he takes out more. I'm just gonna roll these because it's fun. He has 3 attacks, and they all would hit a commoner, believe it or not.
Praise.
And
I don't think that 30 did though.
no way. So you watch as 4 more commoners are just like split into 6 of the 6 more look injured. He has aimed for a different group that the monks are not involved in. And it is Dandy's turn.
I turn to the group and I go, "Are we really doing this?" He just turned 2 people into spaghetti over there. All right.
We'll fight as long as we can with the monks. When the monks fall, we'll
Good enough for
reconsider.
me. All right. So is he considered like distracted by other people? Could I get a sneak attack potentially?
You can try.
All right. I will try and shoot him with the short bow.
So far, you haven't noticed that he even is like aiming directly for anyone. So go ahead.
Just being a dragon.
He's actually just walking.
He's just like dee 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 dee.
16.
Your short bow, as you pull back and fire, it sails through the air, aiming right for the underside of him, and just dink, falls off.
Somewhere between a 16 and 21, guys.
I will continue moving a bit closer.
Okay.
I fell behind everybody else, right?
Yeah, you haven't moved at all. Thoroughly hasn't moved at all.
Oh, actually, if I have not moved, then how far away is he? You said
About 120 feet.
All right, I should roll again. I don't know why I did that. Because I should be at disadvantage because it's just a short bow.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Still didn't hit. All right. Well,
At least your dice are doing a little better.
I will catch up to the group. I will use bonus action to dash to catch up to them. Use 50 feet of movement.
Okay, so you are about. Yeah, you're a little further than everyone. You're about 70 feet away now.
Yeah,
But and about 40 feet behind the commoners. All right.
Oh, that's.
Oh, I forgot
close.
to mention this during the monk's turn. Did they return my yell? Did they even hear me?
They don't even respond. They're very focused on murdering this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and the commoners. You watch as they throw launch another siege of javelins, and none of them hit. And yeah, you see that some of them have clearly peed their pants, terrified of this. Zag, it is your turn.
I'll have all 8 of them hover on either side of the dragon, 2, 2, 2, and 2. And are you gonna give me advantage on these? They're not gonna hit anyway, but
You said that they're all on one side.
sorry. 2 on each side, north, south, east, west. 2 on each
Oh,
side.
okay. Yeah, you can for advantage.
Okay.
See how
Just for a little bit, I'm gonna put my my thing on only advantage because it'll take me an hour to.
Yeah,
To click through it all.
I'm getting more water.
Yes, exactly.
6 Cersei on it, and
So this will be 8 attacks right here.
She'll
Is a
take it
19
out.
hit, Christine?
Yes.
Excellent. Oh yes, 10 damage. You can look at these later, but that's the first one.
Okay.
Number 2 also hits.
Yeah.
Yep.
yes.
Go owls.
Number 3 also hits.
Damn.
Number 4 also hits.
Yeah, holy shit. You're like,
Number
Killing it.
5.
You're doing it.
Number 5 does not hit. Number 6
no.
does not hit. Number 7 does not hit. And number 8 does not hit. Okay, that's still pretty good. It's still
That's
pretty
pretty
good.
32
good.
points of damage.
So I dealt
Yeah.
a total of, what did you say? 32? Yeah, 32 points of damage from the owls. Because they didn't do a flyby, I'm going to say they stay there because they got advantage on those attacks, so they're within, melee range of the dragon.
If you want, I mean, you can do whatever you want.
It wouldn't make sense for me to get flanking while they're attacking in my mind. If you're gonna give it to me, I'll have them fly around crazy patterns. So
Yeah, I mean, if you want them, just say like they fly their furthest amount of movement.
they scatter 30 feet in any direction, does not particularly
Okay.
matter. 30 feet in the air, elsewise, and then they'll come back
Okay.
next turn. I have my shit now. I will slide forward. Actually, I'll B-shape into a warhorse. So that is my wild shape. I will run towards Thorilli with my 60 feet of movement, and I will hold my action until he hops on me, and I will use that. I'll use my action as a move for 60 feet.
Okay. I don't think they're really gonna want to get that close, but go ahead.
He can. I will use my movement as Thorilli directs me as a reaction.
Okay. It is Thorilli's turn.
I'm gonna hop on and yell tally ho.
All
What
right.
direction is Tally Ho?
Straight at it.
So 60 feet forward. So you were 120 feet away. I spent my movement,
60
but my
feet.
action is that, so 60 feet away. Yep.
The wrong book. How much movement does getting on take?
I would say it takes like 5 feet of movement. I mean,
Okay.
if you want to make an athletics check.
I'm going. No. I'm asking basically to find out how much I've got left because
To
I'm
hop
now
off.
going to hop off and use the rest of my movement and dash, which would be another 45 feet.
Okay.
So I should basically. That's 105 feet, so I'm 15 feet
Yeah.
away.
Yep, you're 15 feet away. Okay.
That's dangerous.
Warhammer
Ooh.
out.
Rona.
Okay, seeing the cleric and the druid go after this big giant beast, I'm going to rush in headlong after them, double
Okay.
dash, see how far I can get.
All right, so you were at 25 feet before, and you run 75 feet up, which makes you at about 45 feet away. You're so short.
Oh no, my little stubby legs! I can't.
And let's go. It is the top of the round. Oh wait, yeah, he didn't use any of his legendary actions, which is fine. He looks. So everyone roll perception check, just straight perception.
That's a natural 1 for me. Sorry, I didn't change it back.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, Rona.
Wow.
Wow.
9.
Okay. So, Thoroughly,
She
you're
dandies.
as you're riding the warhorse of Zag, you kind of get the feeling that this dragon doesn't seem really. It seems to be like kind of half-heartedly attacking. It's not necessarily completely holding back, but it just is it's not as fierce. It's not at its full potential right now.
His heart's just not in it.
All right.
I'd say his heart was in decimating 10 of them with a lightning breath. If
No,
that's not
he
in it,
just burped. That was
he was
the-
just
that
he was just going through the
heartburn.
motions.
Yeah, that's just heartburn.
Going through the motions. That's all.
And now it is the monks' turn. The monks are going to go for it. Let's see if any of them are. These two are not frightened. Only one of them becomes not frightened. So there are 7 of them. That's perfect. Ooh, 2 of them hit. 9 plus 6. And ooh, I'm rolling really high tonight. 12 plus 5 is 17. So they just start to pummel this dragon. And watching the dragon looks a little worse for wear once they get done with him. And it is Halek's turn.
All right. So I'm about 30 feet away, I think, or am I 60 feet away? I think I'm 60
You're
feet.
60 feet.
All right. I'm gonna run in to 30 feet. And Bontron is gonna run to my side.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna use my ranged weapon. I'm gonna use my longbow again. $22.
Okay, that hits.
8 plus.
Not one shot in this one, eh, Halek?
No, not really. Alright, so 14 points of damage.
All right. Wow, you natural max damage on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so the arrow flies through the air and hits the dragon like right in the underbelly. It cries in pain and like shakes its head. It's regained its breath weapon. I rolled a 6.
That makes me
And
real upset for the commoners, I hope.
it is going to aim for the monks. And since we don't have a map, I'm not worrying about y'all. But if you want to say you're in the line, you can make a DC 19 saving throw.
We're not even on the same side as the monks, so I feel like we're definitely...
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm 45 feet away. Is that? I don't know.
You're not close.
Okay, thanks.
They're like, he's like kind of,
Well, he's firing it away from us too, right?
he's kind of firing it like away from you, but he has like very high perception. His head is like looking around. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, none of the monks make it. And you watch as your friends die before you.
All of them?
No, not all.
Every last one.
You're rolling so good. Stop it.
Yeah, look at that. That one's even better than the last one.
The average is 66 damage. Stop it, Christine. Stop it.
I know. I should just say the average, but you watch as 2 of the monks fall. You don't know if you can't tell from where you're standing how they're doing as this lightning bursts from his mouth and the dark sky cracks with the sound of lightning. And as the smoke dissipates, all you see is this. All you see is is 2 monks fall, and the dragon stands up and starts to fly away.
Thank God.
Yeah. And he looks bloodied. He doesn't look like he's doing too great. But he gets immediately up in the air 80 feet. Does anyone like to try and hit it 80 feet. You're welcome
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
do my owls get any opportunity attacks? It's up to you. I didn't really put them in any place, but it's up to you.
I believe they're too far because they flew away.
Okay.
But you can.
But he doesn't fly like
Sir-
through them or anything.
Right.
You know what?
Right.
Yeah, I will throw a second level guiding bolt at it as he runs away, and I
Okay.
yell at him.
Go ahead and
all
Anthony.
6 of my owls, or all 8 of my owls, will follow it and attack it this turn as well.
You go to try to hit him, and it does not work. The guiding bolt hits. You can roll damage.
At second level, 18
1,000,000.
radiant damage.
And
Now, would I have technically got this off before Halek? Because I would have been next, closer to Halek.
yes,
in turn
you
order.
would have.
So
You would have gotten out.
Halek, you would have advantage on that attack.
Yes.
No,
okay,
no.
good.
Oh, yeah, but Halek. Yeah, Halek was the last one to go before the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Might as well try again.
Yes!
Yes.
All right. All right. 14 points damage again.
Yeah. You can tell as you throw the arrow, as your bow throws the arrow through the sky, the guiding bolt hitting it, lighting up just so that you can accurately slice at this dragon. It hits the side of it. You see blood coming from it, but the dragon just keeps going. Yeah.
Do you
I
want
wanna
me to
try
use
and
attack with my
watch.
owls? Yeah, I was gonna say. Go ahead, Danny.
I want to try and watch the dragon. I'm going to focus all my turn, not on attacking him, but just watching the direction that he flies and what direction he's heading towards.
He seems to be headed northeast.
And he keeps
but-
on that path?
Yeah, just northeast, straight from the town.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Do you want me to roll for owls attack? I would have them follow, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme. So
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to attack him. They were just attacks of opportunity, not movement.
Okay, sure, that's fine. So
'Cause
I
you
will
get
rush
beat.
directly to the downed monks, and try and stabilize both of them after transforming out of my warhorse.
Okay, you'll make a medicine check.
I'm gonna use healer's kits, 2 charges.
Okay.
I watch the
Um,
dragon until he disappears, until I can no longer see him, just to make sure he continues in that direction without diverting.
Yeah, I'm also using my hunter's mark that I still have on him to keep my
Yeah.
magical third eye on him also.
And how long does that last?
Let me
An
check.
hour or something?
It lasts.
And how many
for-
feet?
Hang on. Well, up to 1 hour, yeah.
Okay. And how many feet is the range?
Well, it's just like I have advantage on wisdom or what's called perception or survival checks to find it.
Okay.
There's no.
All right.
Yeah, there's no. The range is 9. Oh, I guess the range is 90 feet.
I don't
That's
think
for
that's right.
casting it,
Yeah,
though.
that's just the
Yeah,
caster.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so it flies off, and you can feel its presence headed further and further from you
Mm-hmm.
in the same direction, northeast.
Cool.
Getting cookies. That's all he wanted, and you guys try to kill him.
Don't
just
try
kidding.
that now.
Pretty
It
sure
is
he
just-
turned like 30 people into ash, so
Within the
Yeah.
last half a minute.
He's not cute.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's not cute. He's an adult dragon, and he's scary as fuck. Like, legitimately. Yeah. So, you saw the damage he could do in 1 round. Not using legendary actions.
He could. Well, you did, but not very. It could have been way worse.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so he's flown off. You notice as soon as the Zag, you run to the monks and the others as you watch. You notice as soon as the dragon is out of, as you're watching him, Dandy, you hear around you the sounds of like just does anyone speak Draconic?
I do not.
I do not.
Okay. You hear like the slithery snake-like language again, and you notice as suddenly just the town starts to quiet. Like everyone is retreating at once.
As in the villagers or the cultists?
The cultists. Yeah, sorry. It's not Dwarvish. What they're yelling in something that like not common, not Dwarvish, is very clearly different than what you guys hear. And speak. And you've heard them speak this language before, so you can pretty much guess who's yelling it.
As Dandy is watching the dragon, can I watch the cultists in a similar fashion?
I believe you were doing medicine checks, so I think you're
there's no way. Yeah, there's no way I can
busy.
do that.
Yeah, and you
Can
notice
I
that
assist on
12
those
whole-
medicine checks?
Well, I'm just doing healer's kit, so it's free stabilization.
Proficient in medicine as well, so.
And that's okay. Yeah.
It's free stabilization, so they're fine.
Yeah.
If they're still alive, they are fine, or at stable at least.
you do notice that like they're breathing as you pull out the healer's kit. I'll say if you want to do one and Zach does the other. You do manage to get them slowly. They're breathing, but unconscious.
Sure. I'll save a charge.
And their fellow monks come and help you.
Are herbalism kits different than healer's kits?
Yeah.
Oh, all I've got is a herbalism kit.
I'll make
Do I
sure
have
to
to do,
buy
like,
you
a-
an extra healer's kit next time we're in town.
Is anyone?
I mean, I have to
Does
do an actual check then?
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm asking, does that mean I have to if all I've got is a herbalism kit?
Yeah, that would mean you would have to do a check, and he probably wouldn't. He's probably rolling the death saves right now, so you would want to run over now.
Cool.
24.
Okay, he stabilized the shit out of him. Rona, Dandy Halick.
is there anybody that needs healing? Because I do have one spell slot left. Somehow.
So do I, but I think it's better we don't,
Hmm.
just in case.
Who's down? Is there somebody down?
There are commoners mourning. There is, what's his name? Some of the monks
Are there any families like gathered around that I would say?
You don't see any families right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the closest monk to me. I have one, looks like one lay on hand point left, and I'm going to give it to him.
He thanks you profusely. He's one of the monks you recognize from earlier.
This would have been a
Neeson.
downed monk. Whoever was down.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna bring them back with a one hand point. Like a last ditch.
And Dandy and Halick.
So all right. So I'm gonna talk to the group now. We saw it fly northeast of the city, and while I have it under this spell, and while it's bloodied, do you guys think that we should head northeast and track this dragon, and perhaps we could convince the monks to come with us and just continue to fight this thing until it's down, considering that we've already taken it halfway down?
I think that we're all tired. That chasing it right now would be a mistake.
None of us can fly as fast as a dragon. Not even my owls can.
It's true.
If we would just exhaust ourselves getting there, it would be fully healed, and then we would die.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I think
You
the
start to
most
hear-
important thing is
Okay.
probably to find. Is to probably find out here in the first.
You start to hear chanting. Like do. And
We will.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
what I was thinking too.
yeah, and then you hear, "Come fight us. Send your biggest cultist cultist versus you. You can't tell where it's coming from, but it's like you can tell it's kind of on the west side of town, and it's chanting, "Fight us, fight us."
There's the city's champion. Where were they 10 minutes ago?
Should we go watch? I feel like
think-
watching.
The cultists? No, we can't watch them kill the commoners around here.
I'm confused.
Are
Christine,
you
can you
here?
How many
clarify,
are
is
there?
it- who is chanting this? Or do we
Not a
You don't know?
cultist.
Okay.
You don't. It's just chanting, like it's just this chanting. There are many voices. They do not sound dwarvish.
All right.
Can I?
Let's go
And
check that out.
I'll follow.
Yeah,
Thrilly.
can I check?
you can tell that they're coming kind of from like over here, like where all the cultists started running.
Can I-
And go ahead.
Can I go check it out a little closer to see if I can make it out?
Yeah, so as you are walking down the path, you see that there is a large crowd of like different sized creatures, which you assume are probably cultists,
Oh, then can I call my owls back? I don't
hanging
fuck these
in-
guys up.
hanging in like a semicircle, and they're like, "Challenge us, challenger, challenger, challenger."
How many?
Yelling, and there are like quite a few. Like as many cultists that were in the village are now all over there.
Oh,
Okay.
so more than we fought before.
Like 20 or like 10?
Like
50.
50.
Yeah. I'm saying 50.
And
I don't know
yeah,
if I'm even.
so
I
are
don't know
you
if I
guys
even
getting
care.
closer?
How many
Um,
of the really tough guys to kill are there?
You're not even like in an eyesight right now. You're just all you can see, you hear is like the yelling, and if you'd like to get closer, you
Yeah.
can.
I call my
Um,
8 owls back and I walk in the direction after Thrilly.
Do
When
I-
I say walking, I'm not like.
It's like a
I'm-
jog. Yeah.
No,
I
I'm not
imagine
even.
you-
I'm just walking.
Okay, sure. I'll follow you.
I imagine
Yeah.
you with your arms fully extended, 4 owls on each arm's egg.
I just have the warhammer over the shoulder. You know.
They're giant
basically,
owls, so
like-
they have to be hovering behind me. Just like imagine like a fighter wing, like behind me, like an entire fighter wing. Anyways, continue.
Think of the warhammer as like a mining pick, and it's just a dwarf headed off to the mines. Only I'm probably very blood splattered because it's a bludgeoning weapon.
And you're whistling some of the Snow White songs.
Yeah.
I will not be as ostentatious, and I will break off from the group in stealth.
I appreciate
Okay.
your
Roll stealth.
Your stealth.
So as you guys,
What is this? I am so skilled. I swear I'm so good at these things.
The worst rogue
I'm
ever
still waiting
graced
for
the
Danny
room.
to take off his headset.
yeah,
Zeg and I both have.
Yeah, the shitty
Did
rolls
I-
kill us.
I stepped in a bucket.
you step in a bucket, you fall flat on the crotch of a dead person.
I'm just gonna give a thumbs up. Like, well
As you-
done.
As you're going, you do start to see like the sheer property damage that has happened. You see
My investments.
more dwarves, and as you get closer from the darkness, a creature strides into the dim light of the dying fires around these buildings. Like these buildings are completely gone over here. Although it's shaped roughly like a human, it's at least 7 feet tall. Its skin is covered in blue scales. Its fingers bear wicked claws, and its face has the muzzle and reptilian eyes of a dragon. This creature stops about 80, like it says 80 yards, but it's about he's like 20 feet away from the crowd, saying, "Challenger, challenger," and a line, and you could tell it's like a line of fans for this creature. They have their spears, and as you get closer, you see they're prodding 4 human prisoners in the light.
Nope.
You can make out a woman, a teenage boy in a blood-soaked tunic, and 2 children. And the half-dragon yells.
I just say,
Defenders.
Yeah.
All right.
Thaumaturgy.
You're
No,
not
I
even
mean-
letting me finish my
No, I
what's
mean-
going
No.
on.
Hold.
And he yells back at you. Defender of Greenest. This has been a successful night, and I am feeling generous. Do you see these 4 pitiful, useless prisoners? We have no need for them, so I will trade them back to you. Send out your best warrior to fight me, and you can have these 4 in exchange.
Who's the best, guys?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we vote Haluk, Thrilly, or Rona, or
I
Danny?
mean,
Everybody but me, really.
If it can be me and Bonchan together, then I would do it.
As you're deciding, Escabert stands up and says, I'll fight. I'll fight for them.
Sit the fuck
No,
down,
you
Red.
won't.
Sit the fuck
Red,
down.
sit down.
Oh, so
Sorry.
mean.
Sorry, but Red, no. In character, Zach will say, Red, it's fine. We'll handle this.
Okay.
Who wants it?
The have blue,
I'll step
blue
up.
dragon sneers.
You're out of spell slots, dearest paladin.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, sorry.
Rona
you
would.
look
Yeah.
tired.
Okay.
You look tired, dearest paladin.
Yeah, I would put my hand on
I
Rhoda's
understand.
shoulder.
I look tired, but I'm ready to fight.
Yeah.
I'll
One
walk up.
on one, me and you. Okay, who is fighting?
I would
I'll take my
volunteer.
warhammer down.
I'll go. I'll do it.
Okay, before Haluk walks up, I'll go over to him and I'll like do the warrior handshake with the wrists or whatever, and I'll say,
Wait, hold on. Before we do any buffing, this is Thrilly's hometown. He's got something to prove here, doesn't he?
No offense,
That's
Haluk,
true.
but I think I have a bit more up my sleeve.
That's probably
Bill.
true.
While
Okay.
I'm saying this, how far away am I?
You guys are about 40 feet.
Okay, I think that's within range. Just let me check.
"Oh, you're."
And
like,
just to warn you, there are daggers on the commoners' throats. So,
Yep.
okay.
Where is it? I need to be under my domain. So I'm 20 feet away from him.
Yeah, we'll say like 20, 30.
I'll say I challenge you. Using my action, I'll use my channel divinity to invoke duplicity of a duplicate of me behind him.
Okay.
As you do
He
that, I'll
says-
say, "Okay, go ahead."
Step into the ring.
Okay.
Can I clasp your? Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I'll just be ready. I'm standing with the ready to action. My owls are all circling overhead, in case things.
So the
get
second
funky.
one's my duplicate.
Okay. And he says, try any tricks. And we just kill the commoners here. We don't need them.
Who is holding the commoners?
A large group of like dragon claws.
Okay, a
And
bunch of people,
kobolds.
somewhat strong, look pretty guard.
I turn to Thrilly and I say, this is it. This is your moment to make them forget all about what they think of you. Clean slate from here on out.
Roll initiative. Thrilly?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm
I'm actually
just
going
reading
to.
what all I can do with him.
Okay. I'm going to actually say that if you cast Channel Divinity, that will be your first action, because we weren't even in initiative order yet.
That's partly why I did it as I was challenging him. Was so it was up. I did it as I challenged.
Okay.
Christine, can you describe like what's around this fight ring for us so I can position myself appropriately?
There are groups. There's about 50 to 60 kobolds and dragon claws and that sort of thing. Yeah, and as there's a duplicate, you would hear them yell like, "Only one person. This is a fair fight."
It's not a real person.
And they don't know that.
I know.
What am I supposed to do?
But
It's
it's
me.
a complete copy. Like it's a complete copy.
It's an exact copy of me.
Okay.
And he would do some weird chanting too, so I feel like they would know. But yeah, does Bonchan count as a person?
No.
I'll yell out to them. Look with your eyes. Clearly, they're the same person.
And you were he says any funny business and this family dies. We don't need them. And they kind of glare at the rest of the party.
My owls are still circling overhead, ready to at the word or at any funny business. They're ready to attack the ones holding the family.
All right. And you see that some of the remaining troops start to come over to your side and get around you.
Fuck you. Goddamn motherfucker.
No, they're not. They're like the remaining
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I thought they were surrounding us to stab us as soon as 3 won.
No.
I apologize.
No.
I didn't
Okay.
mean you. I also meant the those goddamn dragon claws.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're on the other side. And he says, and he turns around. And he says, if any of you try to join this fight, and he's saying this to the his group, I'll have your heads. Absolutely no one will help me, and no one will help you. All right. So you rolled higher in initiative, so you may go first.
Oh. How do I want to start this off? Well, I'm gonna just walk straight up in front of him.
Okay.
I have advantage because my illusion's within 5 feet.
All right.
Last spell slot.
Okay.
Is that an inflict wounds? Oh yes!
On the first roll, too.
You're the man. You're the man.
All right.
That would be 43 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Holy shit.
You watch as the blue turns black and spreads through him, and he starts to go faint, and then he just grabs your arm and laughs. He's not even bloodied.
Oh god.
And he is going to.
It's a good start, right, guys?
The best start.
He is going to use his greatsword. And I don't need that.
I don't think you could have done better on that. That was such a good roll too.
2, 7, 8, 13.
You rolled average or above on
missed
your
that-
damage die.
I missed 17.
Does a 25 hit?
Yep.
Okay. And you take. Oopsies.
2d6 plus 3, I'm guessing. I doubt it would be plus. Oh, it is
7. And
Nice.
he takes and he goes for another hit.
I keep concentration.
All right.
Does he have to roll an attack first?
Oops. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing.
This is
Just
awesome.
saying, he's probably gonna hit.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, the same roll.
Yeah.
Cheating, Christine.
All right.
And there goes my
And
duplicate.
he is going to just kind of circle around you, but not leave your space. All right, your turn.
Damn. Well, two-handed warhammer. Straight at him. 19
Nice.
hit.
Yep.
That is a whole 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And he takes that. All right. And is that all you did?
Healing potions are bonus action.
Yes.
I'm very glad I gave them to you now.
Yep, I'll chug one.
He is going to say, if you drink that, they die.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
Fair fight, man. Fair fight.
Man dwarf thing.
I'll put it away for now.
Do you have
Alright.
any other bonus actions that are useful in combat?
All right, so I'm going to go.
I call out from the crowd a jeer. I'm jeering this half dragon. I'm saying, "What was that? Your mom that flew overhead over?" And then
He doesn't even. Oh wait, are you doing a spell?
no, I'm just mocking him.
Yeah. He doesn't even look at you. I will need you to make a dexterity saving throw. He is going to open his mouth and give you a taste of delicious breath, I guess.
Dragon breath.
As opposed
Me
to
or
not so
me or
delicious breath.
Thoroughly?
Okay. So the DC is 13.
What the?
And he just lightning shoots from him
Are you
and
down?
electrocutes Thoroughly.
Are you down with that?
That's some strong breath.
Yes, I just crumpled to the ground.
As Thoroughly slumps to the ground, he looks
He
around.
has to revivify, damn it. You made me
he's
give it
still
back
alive.
to you.
He's not dead.
He's
He's
still
just
alive.
yeah. So as
Zero.
Thoroughly falls down, he laughs and he says, "I guess you really are cursed." And he's going to say, "Let's head out," and just walk away with the 50 kobolds. They throw the commoners to the ground, and he just laughs at you as he's walking back past.
Well, that is fine with me. I'll run over to Thoroughly and I'll do a medicine check.
And the entire cult just seems to leave laughing as they go. And they look pretty proud of themselves. Nighthill runs up to you guys and says, I can't talk right now. I can't thank you enough. He kneels down to Thoroughly and throws a potion of healing at him. Not throws it. He is going
You
to
lose one death saving throw.
Clunk.
And then he rolls a natural 1 and he's dead.
Beams it off the head.
It's 2d4.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Christine, you should know. You're a DM.
Ah,
That's
shit.
okay.
Is that better? And then
It's really not
it's
better,
8.
almost.
It's 8 instead of
2d4.
5.
Oh, no, that's true. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see the plus 2.
8. I was just going to take the 2 to make it 7, but sure. I'll take an extra one.
I'll
I
jump
thought I had
down.
him.
I'll put a hand on his shoulder. You fought bravely, but I don't think any of us would have been able to win that fight. Did you see the size of him? He was huge.
I feel
You fought
like he
bravely.
was, I feel like he was stronger than the young dragon we fought. The spell you used should have brought any humanoid to his death, let alone halfway there. It was absurd.
That would have killed me.
Yeah, for real. It literally would have killed Dandy outright.
How much damage did I do to him?
43.
You-
That's not quite
Almost
enough.
You did 49.
49?
He was
Yeah.
actually very, very close in HP to the young green dragon, or something similar.
No.
So close.
Really? No, not even? Okay.
He had like a lot of hit points, but he's pretty strong. Can you put yourself on mute? I
Oh,
hear-
sorry.
It's okay. I do it all the time. All right. Yeah. So they walk away laughing from you. The town master, who seems newish, thoroughly, you don't really recognize him. Like, says, I'm so sorry that you came here and this happened to all of you. This isn't normal, obviously. Tarbaugh Nighthill. My name's Tarbaugh Nighthill.
Okay. I was wondering who Nighthill was when you said that. I was like, who the fuck is Nighthill and why is he throwing a potion at Thrilly?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank you.
thank you for helping. He's, as you look at him, he has like blood coming from his bald head. His arm is in a sling. He's obviously been up all night like you guys, weary and exhausted. I need you to do something for us if you can.
Is Thrilly even
Sleep.
like Thrilly's barely conscious at this point?
Sleep.
Can you? I don't think we have that time. And he looks at the
I'm
steps.
just gonna lay down and close my eyes.
We need to
We got the
know.
time.
We need to know where they've gone. And at this Rona, you feel a tug on your. And you turn around and it's Neeson. His hair looks like a little singed on the ends. His monk tunic is looks crispy a little, and he says, "They took him. They took Leosin."
Well, I guess he wasn't that strong.
We're
I don't
not-
say that in character. I'm sorry. I don't say that in character.
He may have. Leosin's a little bit of a loose cannon. It's possible he went himself or staged a capture. He's been tracking them for months.
Does he know where they are or where they're going?
He's been captured by them.
Well,
Like-
I mean, if he was tracking them for months, did he have an idea where they were staying?
That's why we were in Greenest. This is the closest we could get.
Do the
Well,
when they were
He
leaving?
produ-
Sorry, go ahead, Christine.
he produces a chain, and on it is a claw, a dragon claw. He never went anywhere without this. I don't think he left willingly. And if he's with them, no doubt they know who he is, and no doubt he will die soon.
Well, we have someone with us who's a talented tracker. He could easily track that army that just left, but I look over at the relay, but he's near death from that bout he just had. Is there anything we can do about him?
We can help him feel better, rest a little. I mean, the camp, or I don't know, it seems like it's going to be pretty chaotic going back, so it might be best to go now versus if you guys, I don't know, if you guys
Set
wait
off
too
in the
long.
morning.
How long
It
do we
is the
have,
morning.
Mason? How long do we have?
I don't know. I think that they would kill him immediately when they got
Well,
back.
Well, let's follow.
Or
him.
torture him.
Well, if they already captured him, and they'd kill him immediately, he's dead. If they were going to torture him, he's been tortured. We're not doing anything unless we sleep. Otherwise, we're basically going in to die.
I don't.
Turley's just going to lay back down.
Are you, Nisim, are you coming with us if we go?
I've been up for 2 days waiting for this.
Oh,
We haven't been as effective as we
Monk
have.
needs his beauty sleep. Eh?
Oh, look who's sleeping now.
You knew about this for 2 days and you didn't warn us?
Rona,
In fairness,
we
he
didn't.
did. He really
We've
did.
been I took the night watch. I've been up for 2 days taking the watch, and then it struck tonight. We told you it would be a couple days. We didn't know an exact day.
All right. Did they tell us a couple days? Because I thought.
Yeah, I really didn't remember this.
I did not realize that it was going to be soon. I thought it was like, oh, like in the next couple weeks kind of thing. Regardless, it
Yeah.
does not matter now. But I'm just.
Just going to point out, if you knew it was in a couple days, why'd you stay up for a couple days? Rotating watches, man. And back to sleep.
It was my watch, really. I was the one who took the last watch, and the others are not feeling well.
Still sleep, so...
There was a member in my troop, and he made it all the way to 6 days with no sleep, and then he died peacefully in his sleep. But I know you can make it at least that far, and you look sturdier than that dwarf that I...
Can I do a perception check for wagons and horses around?
Yeah. If you don't do this, then that's fine. It's fine. We won't ask your help for anything. And
23.
No. Leosin saved us. I think we owe him something.
you see, a broken cart turned over on the side. I'm just saying, they're all headed back now. You could probably just blend in with the crowd.
With them? The cultists?
Yeah.
That's a big idea
Can we
to push
do
on
it
somebody
with a-
else. Are you all going as well?
I'm going to start... an idea
No,
dawns
they need
on
to
Zag.
sleep, Rona.
Look at how we're dressed. We're going to stick out like sore thumbs. They no doubt know who we are.
I don't think we can go exhausted.
No, I
and
have an
follow them.
idea. So Zag is going to turn to the group and say, they're at least a day away. We can get multiple of us to sleep in that time. Were there any horses that I saw, Christine, at all, or none?
There might be horses in the barn.
Okay. So I'm going to say, what is his name? Neosin?
Nisim?
Nisim.
Nisim, and Leosin's the one who was
Is
taken.
taken, yeah.
Mhm.
Neeson, if you fix that cart for us, we can let Thoroughly and one other person sleep while we walk with the group. Load it up with treasure from the town, and we'll blend in. I think that's a good plan to get us in.
I'll show
We can
him.
alternate long rests.
Correct.
Yeah.
If it's a
that's a
day,
great
we
idea.
can each get one long rest in during the day.
I will show the monk a keen little thief trick where you put a bunch of barrels and boxes, but you put like a scattering of treasure up on top of it, so it looks like really deep with treasure and stuff.
Excellent.
That's a
Dandy
good
has
idea.
The skills we need.
What
I'll,
exactly is broken on this cart?
Like a wheel.
But
Like the
how
yoke
is
is
that wheel
busted.
broken?
It's like cracked in half.
How thick is the wheel rim?
I don't know. Like, what do you want from me?
Will it be able to
Exact
work in the next
measurements.
hour? Will it be able- in the next hour, will it be able to be fixed? I guess is the.
Or
is-
you could
is
go
the question.
see if there are other wheel parts.
Yeah, we
For
could also
example.
just get another wheel.
I'm gonna
I
go
just-
over. I'm
yeah.
assuming neither of those. I'm gonna assume neither of the brakes are larger than a foot.
Oh, mending! You're gonna mend them. Yeah.
cast mending on it
Yeah, you could cast enough mending on it to get it going again.
While this is happening, Zag will go grab a couple horses. Zag will go grab. No, we don't want dead cultist arms because that'll stick out.
That's a good point.
Zag will go grab horses from the stables. Are any alive and or still there?
Yeah, there are a couple horses. You're not sure if some of them are the griffins or the hippogriffs or the regular horses.
Yeah. Well, let's bring the
but-
hippogriffs
Well,
with us.
no, there's no way the monks would store it in the stables. There's no way.
Yeah, they're not there. But Tarba does say like anything you need, you can have. If you do find any treasure, they did take it from our town, and our people aren't very rich. But if you feel the need to keep it for yourself, I understand. And really, because he's kind of listening to this,
That's
we
fine.
really need to know who they are, what they're doing, and why they attacked the Greenest.
I can give you an answer to a couple of them. They're dragon cultists, and they seem to enjoy bringing wrath and ruin, as far as we can tell. But I agree, we need more intel for sure.
Yeah, and I don't want you to kill anyone. I don't want you to get in any fights. I just want you to tell me what they're doing. Get me some intel before we, so we can warn others and protect the town.
Can we kill a little
I kind of beckon to like the dead on the ground everywhere, and then are you sure that you don't think these people need to die?
Some people just get caught up in a lifestyle that makes the money, and I just want to know that they're bad before I kill them. That they're all bad. All of them are bad. Not some just got caught up in the need to help their family. There are a
Well,
lot of people out
luckily,
there.
it looks like you won't be making that choice.
Yeah. Just don't
All
tell
right.
me.
Trust
Just
him. He's a surgeon.
Hey,
don't.
yes. Very good at extracting the malicious.
I'm saying just don't go in there guns blazing, murder everyone in the name of Greenest, because as you know, we've lost someone very close to many of our citizens' hearts 50 years ago, and I don't think I'd like Greenest to move away from the whole murder town concept. Last night wasn't a help, but maybe tomorrow we'll start fresh.
Not what I heard when I was in the keep.
We're not.
And
I
who are
kinda-
you?
We're not. Oh, good. Does
Mhm.
not even
I-
recognize him.
He's new.
Fucking new. Okay, go ahead, Thurley. Introduce yourself. Go ahead, my friend. Introduce yourself.
Oh, just someone from around.
Exactly. We're not murdering in the name of Greenest.
Thank you, adventurers, and here's 50 gold.
Can I insight check him on the who are you?
Yeah.
Please.
Zag believes it 'cause he doesn't know shit. But
Here's 50 to get you started, and you've never met him before. He's a dwarf, he's bald, and photographs don't exist, so it's not unusual for someone not to be able to recognize someone they've never met.
is it?
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I spit on the ground in front of this guy and walk away. I don't like him. I'm tired of these people putting so much emphasis on one death when easily today 50 people have been killed. It's ridiculous, and I stride away.
Is it 50 for the group or 50 each?
It's 50 for the group. There is 150 more if you come, if your turn.
So 10 apiece, everybody. Is there?
All right.
So I've brought the horses back at this point. I have 2 good, sturdy horses. If you want me to roll for that, that's fine. And I'll say,
No, it's fine. He tells you where to get them.
cool. I'll say, Thrilly, hop in the back seat. Have a break. You've earned it. And I'll sit and I'll get ready to drive it. And I'll say, we've got a long drive ahead of us. Get in the back, everyone. Rona, you've been oddly silent. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm good.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm just listening.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure you didn't have any input that we were like drowning out with our loud words.
So we're
I-
gonna just follow the parade of cultists leaving the town, yeah?
I guess ironically we blend in with the cultists more than the monks do, so we're bringing treasure. So I'm assuming we grab some treasure from the surrounding buildings, we sprinkle it over Thoroughly and whoever's resting, and we can readjust it as we go, and we follow them back. That's what
Maybe we
was
could find
suggested.
some of those masks and robes they were wearing, and the taller folk
I mean,
can.
we've killed enough of them. We can find some, I'm sure.
I'm sure we can scrounge a couple up.
So yeah, let's do that.
So-
first. Yeah.
Everyone roll perception checks.
19.
Even those of us asleep.
You're asleep, so you don't have to.
Ooh, 23.
You finally rolled decent!
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be. I just have to get more water.
Oh, don't make that noise on mic. I have to pee so bad.
All right.
It's okay.
Do you want to take it? We can take a 5.
Just soon. Go ahead. You're good.
Okay.
Like, complete your thought.
Oh wow! So everyone rolled pretty high. So some things that you noticed about the cultists now that it's been about an hour since you everything has calmed
That sounds
down.
like a short rest to me.
You're actively resting. If you need to roll hit dice, I will let you. So as you are thinking back on these people, you notice a few things. There were some obviously different tiers of these cultists. There were one, like the kobolds and the drakes, which were like little scrappy guys that the humanoids like had absolutely no care for. You saw humanoids that were dressed in plain clothes, sort of like mercenary, or like just like, you know, the blacksmith that got hired to do some shit. And then you saw some people that looked of higher rank, the Dragon Claw, like some regular cultists who seemed like they were into it, and then some Dragon Claws, which were actually the ones with like the black capes who had like obvious fighting experience and who were like pretty deadly. Not that any of you passed out, but there were some close fights. Yeah, and the only other thing is the half dragon that Thoroughly fought was wearing all purple, just like, and no one else is wearing.
Did any
all
of the
purple.
fans yell his name or anything like that?
No, you didn't ask.
Okay, I'm thinking, Zag, you go as one of the upper tier guys. Everybody else goes for lower tier, and I could be a kobold.
Upper
I don't speak
tier?
the-
I mean, I understand, but I think we should all be lower tier. If we're upper tier, then we might be well known.
There
so
are fewer.
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like we all don any humanoids don the robes of the cultists. Anybody smaller, aka maybe the dwarf. The dwarves are technically medium, but dwarves and halflings don kobold or just robes in general. So yeah, exactly. If they're all sort of humanoids, then we all don the robes of the lower tier cultists. Is my thought.
Yeah. As whatever the largest group of them were is what we should be a part of.
Yeah, I would say the cultist is the best. So we're just regular old cultists bringing back the loot we found from Greenest, with some of our friends asleep in the back because they were hurt in the fight.
Do
I'm
any
going-
among us speak Draconic or no?
Zag definitely does not, but he'll take first like guiding of the horses. He's ready to drive some of these.
I'm going for kobold, and I've got red dye, so I can dye my skin to look like a kobold, and maybe do some scaling because I got a disguise kit,
There you go.
if that's allowable.
Yeah, you can
Just from a cursory glance, I might look like a kobold.
go ahead and roll for your disguise kit. We'll see how well you do.
So we don't have any difficulty in leaving. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, 12.
I mean, as you look around the town, it's really bashed up. As you know, the guard guy was like not extremely concerned. Like once the dragon hit, it was like really was small potatoes. This was a big deal. Yeah.
Cool. So do we want to take a break before we do our full like resting kind of stuff?
Yeah, let's everyone take a short break, a 5-minute.
Excellent.
10
Thank
minutes.
you so
10
much.
minutes.
Sounds
I'm
good.
about to pee myself.
If they're really, and I kind of just quietly say to him as I'm kind of like resting and catching my breath. Was she really worth 50 years of grief? I don't think he heard
Just
me.
silence. I'm out. I'm out cold.
All right, and then I'll just go back to looking out to the cart, making sure everything's cool.
And audio is up. Go ahead.
Okay, welcome back. Second half. Hope everyone enjoyed the attack on Greenest. And I'm gonna need everyone just to roll just straight charisma rolls.
Interesting. I like
Not
that.
saved or
Nope, just charisma.
all right.
How
Okay.
far into my rest is this?
Maybe 10 minutes. No, I just need them. I'll just
Ooh, Rhoda.
Whoa.
9 for me.
Charisma?
Sorry, I'm gonna get rid of that advantage.
Yeah.
yeah.
Someone's a
Charismatic as
leader.
fuck.
Do I need to sleeping?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
I
crap.
just do it.
Why would you ask?
Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's good with that -3 even.
Wow.
Wait, do you have a 4 in charisma?
Damn.
What the fuck? Excuse me.
Do you have
buddy.
advantage on all rolls, Zach, or?
That was my fault.
Oh,
I
yeah, he
swapped
did
it
on
over
accident.
from owls, so it's just a 9.
Oh.
Okay.
All
Every
right.
single
So
roll I have advantage on.
you're in the wagon. Basically, right now you guys are in the wagon. I just need that for something else. You may or may not find out what that's for.
Sure.
All right. So, Thoroughly, do you run back and get your shield from the inn? You have time.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think we got.
Okay.
I would say we get the disguises from the bodies, and we pass by the inn at some point.
Okay. All right. So, so it's probably about an hour and a half, maybe even 2, since really the activity has died down. It's probably 6 or 7 in the morning. So you guys have been up all night, but you do not have a point of exhaustion. It was more like the adrenaline pump got you through, and it's still kind of there.
To be fair,
You
we
make
woke
it.
up at like 8 p.m. So
Yeah, you're lucky that happened. And your sleep schedule is completely off. You're all complaining about it. You grab your stuff from the inn. Escobar is at the bar already, kind of sipping on beer when you come in. He says, "The heroes, they were heroes. Ina, they were heroes." And he buys you all a drink. No, he has no money.
Say, we don't. No, I don't even accept it. Like, there's no time for alcohol now. We have shit to do.
And he's no for the road, and he gives you a mini keg, a pony keg.
I say, like,
Okay.
yeah, there's no time for any of this, and then I sort of tuck it in my vest.
You grab your stuff and you're in the center of town. What would you like to do from here?
Rotate 2, 2, and 2.
I need a young boy.
That's great. Sorry, Anthony. That's a Critical Role reference.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't want you to not.
And
be
just a
confused.
creepy weirdo.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna
reference as
say
well.
that caught me a little off guard.
So Zag will offer to take first, like first riding of the horses kind of thing, like first driver watch.
Okay. The minute you get out of town, you realize you have no idea where they went. So you can roll a perception check to try and track them.
Well, I was gonna say we had my owls overhead as well as the hunter's mark from.
That was for the dragon. These are
Ooh.
for the raiders.
I think they were 50 people. Hey, looks super
I was gonna say
skilled.
it's gotta be pretty easy DC.
Yeah, more than one of you can roll this check.
Halek, do you get some type of like advantage or something for?
It's not the
tracking?
dragon though. I was gonna ask about it during the fight, but I thought it was inopportune, so I didn't end up doing it.
I thought it was like hunters had something where they, or I'm sorry, rangers where they always get advantage when tracking, but that's probably wrong.
I get advantage when I'm tracking. Like I can travel stealthily if I'm on my own. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But I have hunter's mark, but that's probably over. I know it's for the dragon anyway. But and I can track a favored enemy, at advantage, but it's not my favorite enemy.
Not goblins.
Not goblins.
All right.
Were there any goblins?
I know. Let's go fight some goblins.
No.
Just kobolds.
While you got the hunter's mark, though, is the direction that we're heading and the direction that the dragon is, or are they
That's a
two
good question.
different directions?
Was it northeast?
As you're going, your hunter's mark has faded an hour or so ago, but
Right.
you are starting to go kind of northeast. But as you like hit the trail, you do kind of remember where you sensed it, and the dragon clearly took like veered off after, so you're not following. Dandy actually recognizes the tracks. There are quite a few more tracks that are deeper than others, and he realizes this is probably because there were more of them headed one way, and they probably had a lot of treasure.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they split off from each other, or
They
just
all
that
headed
they were
the same
way
way,
down?
so
Okay.
so they infiltrated the town. Like as you ask around, they infiltrated the town from all directions.
Seemed
They-
like it.
All left the same direction.
Okay, cool.
And actually, so you get to like a fork in the road, and then it heads directly south. And yeah, so you're going around. I'm gonna need everyone. These are different perception checks, or anyone who's awake, if you can roll a perception.
20. Yeah, I was gonna say one other person besides Thoroughly can be sleeping in my plan, but it's up to you
Oh,
guys
no.
who's taking a nap.
Oh no, Rona!
I'm out and about. I was not
I know, I'm terrible.
very strained during that fight.
No one's sleeping with Thoroughly.
That's fine. It doesn't really
Awkward.
matter.
I
at the
just
end of the
curled
day.
up into the fetal position then. I was just
He's-
going to call a bigger
No, you
small
like
spoon.
spread out.
He's got the whole cart.
We sprinkle some gold over him to make him feel better.
So as you are headed down the trail, it's not long, maybe an hour. So about like you're about 3 miles into the journey when pretty much Halik and Zag, the scent of something cooking catches your noses. Your stomach grumbles, and you think, oh, I might be a little hungry. Wait, no, I'm on a mission.
My good berries are still active from when I woke, from after I went to bed. So I will. Is anybody hurt besides Thoroughly right now?
No.
I'm not.
No, because
No.
we didn't get hit by
Nope.
the dragon.
Yeah, that's what I
Thank
thought.
God.
I was the
Did
solo
we get
guy.
a short rest in this hour, Christine?
I'll say that if you would like to roll any hit dice, you got a short rest.
It's more for my spells, but
Yes.
cool. So I'll take another third level spell back, and so we smell this cooking fire.
Yeah. It's coming kind of like you're actually kind of in the middle of like two hills, and it's kind of coming from the other side of the hill. You're like in a low,
So
You're in a-
in front of us, or to the right or left of us?
Maybe just like somewhere around you, like
Okay, cool.
to the one side of the road. You're not really sure. It's kind of wafting towards you. You and Halik, using your survival sense, think it's probably a little bit ahead of you.
Okay.
But it's not on the road itself. It's like to the side of it.
So not owl. I will.
Owl.
Yeah, ironic, isn't it? I will motion to both Rona and Dandy, who are both awake but not, but didn't notice, and I'll say, yeah, good note, really. And I will motion for quiet, and I will point ahead and point to my nose, and say very quietly, I smell food.
Okay.
And yeah, go ahead, Dandy. Yeah.
I will. Wait, we haven't talked about a plan, have we?
There is no plan. We're fucking exhausted.
Are
We
we?
also don't know what we're walking into.
But let's just say, or is this like a snatch and grab? Are we just trying to get him and get out, or are we going in to kill them all? I don't
While
think
we're
we could do
whispering
that, but
quietly in this discussion, I'll say, the town master just wants information. What we want is Leosin alive.
Okay. I'll break off from the group and attempt to stealth in the underbrush off the side of the road.
All right. So, Dandy, you, there isn't much underbrush. It's like kind of like just prairie, like rolling hills. But you are still able to kind of get low, with your gnomish self, and get closer up. And as you're kind of on the top of this hill, you look down and off the road, maybe 50 feet, there is a fire with some cultists, just like the regular four, like the cultists, like your dress, like just four of them, and 8 kobolds just hanging out and eating. The kobolds and humans are separate. Like the kobolds are running up, stealing chicken, and running back to their little group and eating. And the humans' weapons are kind of stacked against a rock out of reach, and they're just like, roll investigation check, please.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Oh, that's really good for me.
So, Dandy, yeah, you're looking, and so you're about 50 feet from the cultists, and then the kobolds are about 50 more feet. And they look like they're just stragglers. They have like some sacks, but they look like they just stopped for a meal.
Like they just broke away from the main camp. Do they look like they're particularly heavy with loot or guarded?
I mean, they're not. Their weapons are all out of, like, kind of just
Out
on
of
the
hands
side.
reach.
Their guard is down, and yeah, they don't have much. It doesn't look like they have much loot, really.
Okay. Well, okay. If I see anything up ahead that would suggest the party, like a larger party, was up ahead, do I see anything?
Mm-mm. You get the feeling that these guys were like, the way that they're talking, it's like celebratory. So they like couldn't even wait to celebrate. They just like stopped and started celebrating right here.
Ah, they're idiots. Okay. They thought mission complete and they hung up the banner, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will sneak back to the group. Inform them of the, less than a little bit carefree group that's up ahead that we could probably, I could show them the way I snuck in and maybe we could surprise them. Or we could perhaps just pass around them entirely.
I'm not in the mood for having to fight more of these people than we need to. And
I'm gonna ask Dandy how many there are.
there were about 8 kobolds. And how many cultists did you say?
Just 4, and they were like they have the same kind of dress as you do. They're like the lower cultists.
It's too many.
I think we can take them pretty easily, given our track record, if you will. Even with Thrilly asleep.
Didn't you just say you didn't want to fight anymore?
What I meant is, I'd rather not have more of them at the camp when we try and rescue our good friend Leosin. And this seems like a good spot to reduce their numbers.
These people are insane, and I believe they need to pay.
If one of them surrenders, that's fine. We can talk to them then. But before that point, I don't believe there's a lot of redemption to be had here. And I want to make sure we maintain thoroughly be asleep this whole time.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Halik, what do you think?
I don't know. To be honest, I'm half working and half playing. I'm really sorry.
No, that's fine. So do you want to attack these guys, or do you want to keep moving?
I don't think we should. I think we should attack.
Okay, so so I vote for attack. Anthony, Halik votes for attack. What do you two who are awake think? Dandy and
attack. I think attack.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
It seemed like they were far enough away from the main party that we might be able, as long as nobody gets away, that is.
Yeah, that's.
And it was a good point
priority.
to cut down their numbers. I agree with that.
Okay, do we want to wake up Thrilly or let him sleep?
Let's.
I think we can take them without him, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah, how many are there? Do we know how many there are?
12 total, 8 kobolds, 4 human cultists.
I go to the back of the cart and I find his note that says, "Wake up after everyone else is dead." And I say, "Well, that's it. We gotta." I guess he's having visions now, so let's get to it, and then we can wake him up.
Let's do it without it. If you know what, I can always send Bonchon, Lassie style, to go wake Thrilly up if shit gets real.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'll be so useful with no spells, refusing to do ranged attacks and 8 HP.
You know that. hey, you know that Zag has a healer's kit on him. You can stabilize us after we kill everybody. It's fine.
I've got Spare the Dying. I can just run around, stabilize all of you, and go back to sleep.
Okay. So, as we approach, Zag is gonna use his 3rd level spell, one of the 2 he has now because of the short rest. Actually, no, his last one because we only had 1 left.
Let me set this up.
Yeah, you've got time. I'll just talk words and stuff. So I cast Conjure Animals, and the owls are quietly spreading around into the sky and ready for us before we approach. I want to say before that we prep to attack, when we're within 60 feet, Zag will hand Rona 2 rocks and say, "If you can't get close enough, throw at least one of these." And he'll.
Could you sound more patronizing when you say it?
You're. I'm sorry, but I've seen you throwing the javelins, and I think my magic is slightly better.
Well, then hand it to me next time, and I grab it from him.
We don't always have that luxury, and I place them firmly in your palm. 2 rocks for your 2 attacks you get per round.
I remind everyone that we are in costume still, so they might not just immediately attack us.
Oh,
so
perfect. So you actually might be able to get a range run. I didn't think of that. That's a pretty good reminder. It's up to you. I can only have 1 attack, so I'll keep 1 rock. You have 2 rocks when we get within 60 feet.
Are we going to stealth up and try and surprise them? Is that the idea?
I'm going to.
That was the hope, yes.
Yeah.
And Dandy led us on a path which he stealthed before, so I
Mhm.
hope we have advantage. but I'm not
Sure.
sure that we have advantage.
You do
I feel
not.
like
Yeah.
we must have some sort of advantage in this
it's a
situation.
path for a gnome. You guys are probably running into
I mean,
branches a lot.
the DC may be lower because we're dressed like them, but like we may not
Yeah,
have
who knows?
advantage.
Your
Anything happens.
advantage was that you got to take a little peek at them before. They're not. It's pretty much like grasslands, so you would be pretty.
Oh, it's grasslands. Okay, I was thinking hill.
Yeah.
Well, you said hills, so I was like, oh, we can approach the top of the hill. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
fine.
a hill,
Yeah,
hilly
yeah,
grass.
that's
You know how you like if you're at the top of the hill. There's only so much you can see before.
No, yeah, that's totally cool. That's
Yeah.
totally cool.
So let me get the cultists out.
Oh,
This
maybe.
purple thing is the fire.
Okay, cool. Just let us know where
Um,
you want us to stand. Oh, I thought they were robed cultists, not dragon claws.
No, they are robed. I just used.
Okay,
I
was
just
real
used
scared
a
for a
sub.
second. 'Cause I was
No.
like, I would have reconsidered a little bit here.
Yeah. And y'all are on, like, y'all would be over where Thorilli is, like over here,
Okay, cool. That's
Um,
actually perfect. Actually, I like that. A
like
lot better.
50 feet away though,
That's fine.
to get over like
To the
there,
edge,
I guess.
Yeah, to the edge.
Yeah. We'll take this off the. Okay. So. Yeah.
All right, cool. So I heat up 3 rocks as a bonus action. I hand 2 to Rona, and I have 1 to myself. And my owls are still up and about with my concentration spell. And however you want us to do this, Christine. Anybody else wants to do their thing beforehand as well? Go ahead.
How far away are we?
50-ish.
About 50 feet. Rono, you would be up here too.
I was
Really,
kinda-
you're back up here.
So these are kobolds and these are humans.
Yes.
Okay.
They're not the dragon claws. It's important to note they are the
sure.
The shittier human version of the cult.
You're
Right.
dressed the same as them. They are like, yeah. They're just like in brownish, like dull robes,
Mm-hmm.
and their weapons are over here. Like they are completely relaxed, eating chicken. Yeah, that's it.
I'm sure that's how the citizens of Greenest were before they were killed.
Yeah.
Just to
All right.
reinforce your wills there, I'll say that.
All right.
Would you like us to roll initiative for who goes first in the surprise round, or do you want us to just go for it?
So you go ahead and roll initiative, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that there most likely will not be a surprise round.
Will not be surprised. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, cool.
Ooh.
Thoroughly, you said that you're asleep this whole time?
Oh shit! I rolled a natural 20. Didn't select my fucking token.
I don't know why you were still in there. Oh well.
Well, a 17 is still good. Whatever you want to take.
Well, it
Christine.
pulled up my last one.
Oh yeah, duh. Ooh, how's that for?
1720.
They're just gonna do that. They don't get advantage. It's just my horrible life that does that.
What did you roll? That's still
Oh.
pretty damn good. I don't know about that. Did you want us to roll a stealth while approaching or anything, or?
You're like at the top of a hill, man.
That's fine. No, that's fine. I just was curious. I'm A-okay regardless of what happens in this fight. So.
If I was extremely concerned about you, I might yeah. Just sometimes terrain does not give you stealth. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not upset about it.
Okay. All right. So Zag, you're first.
Oh, these boys don't know what's about to hit them. So having my one rock in hand, I will slide just within 30 feet of them, which will be, I think, it looks like for this first guy, it's just a 15-foot move. 5, 10, 15. I'll throw my rock first. And I will do that right now for you because I have that ability.
All right.
Does a 16 hit?
Yeah, it does.
A 10 damage for that attack.
Okay. So your okay. So your rock flies through the air and it hits him in the back of the head, and you watch as he just slumps over, chicken in hand. Would you like to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna slide back 5 feet. My owls are going to do their attack. I forgot to make them because I'm a bad player.
Okay, just like point where they go, and we'll just do
so
that
yeah, I was
for
about
now.
50 feet away, so they're gonna be able to get to this person here. I'm gonna
Okay.
roll 2 regular attacks right here for 1 and 2. Owls 1 and 2 here. Owl 1
Okay.
deals 8 damage. Is it dead or alive?
No, it's alive.
Okay, cool. Owl 2 will roll again. 11 does not hit.
Nope.
I'll send Owl 3 to the same spot. This one will have 55 feet of movement, so only have 5 feet left afterwards.
Okay.
15 hit.
Yep.
Does 8 additional damage, kill it.
Yeah, it's so you watch as it pecks the eyes out of this one, and the second one like tries to like grab the chicken from him, and as he's doing it, he like falls back and hits his head dead.
Excellent. Cool. So owls 1, 2, and 3 are in that region. 4 and 5. 4 will go to attack the one to the south. I believe it's a little less movement than that. Yeah. So this is 45 feet from me. So I'll give it 50 feet movement and then 10 afterwards. Owl number 4 will miss. Owl number 5 will hit.
Yep.
8 damage for that one.
All right. So you this one goes and like gouges at his eyes, and he's like bleeding profusely, and he's already like basically bloodied.
Okay.
All right.
Owl number 6 does not hit.
Oh my god, you have so many owls. Okay.
Owl number 7 will not hit.
That actually hits.
Oh, goodness me. 6 more damage to that one.
Yeah. This one also, as one is clawing its eyes, the owl just like pulls him down and causes him to fall and flies off.
Was that 6 or 7 that I just announced?
I believe 7.
7? Okay, so this will be the number
1, 2, 3. Just
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2. Yeah, that was 7. So this will be the last owl right here.
okay.
He does not hit, but he ends up right next to this last cultist here. Okay, that'll be
Okay.
my turn, and I'll let you guys do your thing. And I apologize profusely.
These
No need to
kobolds.
apologize. I'm asleep.
I don't care about you three. Everybody else who's alive.
All right. These kobolds see that, and they all run to their weapon. So they are currently like 50 more feet away. So they're like, we'll say they're down there. And the cultist's turn. This one is going to attack at number 7, the only living one. Does a 10 hit Owly?
They have a 12. Sorry.
Okay. So he is not hit. All right. It is Rhoda's turn.
Okay, so I don't think I can get that far, so I'm just gonna walk toward them as far as I can go.
Okay.
I would like to remind you of the magic rocks you hold in your possession.
Thank you.
She's -2 dex, so.
It's affected by my magic. It's affected by my magic spell modifier. So she gets
Oh, nice.
5 to her attacks or more.
So, how far are you going?
As far as I can go.
So, are you gonna dash, or you dash and then throw?
No. Just gonna
just-
walk and then I guess throw.
Okay.
I don't have the thing though, so what do I roll?
Roll a d20 plus, I believe it's 5, but I'll check for you right now.
You can get to like right here.
And then it cancels out my dex completely, or
On a hit, sorry. If someone else attacks with the pebble, the attacker adds my spellcasting ability modifier, and my ability modifier is a 5.
but it's still -2 on mine, so 3.
I think it's just a 20 plus 5. Normally,
I'm adding yours, but it doesn't discount my -2, I wouldn't think. I don't know.
You or someone else can make a ranged spell attack with one of the pebbles by throwing it or hurling it with a sling. If thrown, it has a range of 60 feet. If someone else attacks with a pebble, the attacker adds your spellcasting ability modifier, not the attacker's, to the attack roll. So I think it's just
It's
20
it's
plus
ranged.
5.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
a
magic.
ranged spell attack, not physical.
15, nice.
Okay.
You see Zag's eyes widen and he almost cheers with glee as somebody throws a rock.
For
For the
and
second time.
it hits that cultist, Rona.
What's the damage?
The damage is also something I can tell you.
Also, you can move here.
1d6 plus 5. I don't know if that's better than your javelin or not, but I feel good about it.
Yeah, your stone bloodies this guy immediately, Rona.
Thanks.
And you can move right here, Rona.
Okay.
You also get a second attack.
Does she? Oh
As a
yeah, she
paladin.
uses an attack action.
I just want to make sure she remembered. That's why I keep throwing 2 stones at her rather than just one that I throw at everybody else. Oh,
Nice.
oh, so 2d6 plus 5.
That should do the trick.
Yeah, what's your damage? Oh god, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Goodbye, head.
His head explodes and his body just slumps down. Yeah, and those kobolds, they were running for their weapons. They see you and they just keep running into the forest.
Damn it. Sorry, towards or away from the northeast?
Like, okay, you're headed south. You're following the trail south. So they are headed south. Like, they just run away. Like, just run
Okay, I just want to make sure.
deeper into the forest.
So we followed the dragon to the north. Sorry, the dragon was traced to the northeast. Where did we end up heading towards when we tracked them?
So you started to go northeast, and then you saw that the path took a sharp turn south.
Cool. Excellent.
Our path or the dragon's path?
The cultists.
The cultists,
path.
yeah, the ones we were
Okay.
tracking.
So from what I could gather at that point, the dragon's path continued northeast.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like when you got there, you could sense like the dragon never took a sharp turn. Like,
Gotcha. Copy you.
Yeah, and then these kobolds, like, there's a big forest, and they just go deeper in the forest. They drop the loot, everything. Like, they're like, dragon not worth it, dragon not worth it. Yeah, that's what they yell.
So they yell dragon not worth it, but run towards the dragon cultist camp?
You don't know if it's they just run deeper into a forest.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. You don't know where the camp is yet.
Can I dash and shoot one of them in the back, please? I just.
Yes.
All right. I will dash ahead and shoot them in the back.
Okay, good.
These guys killed. I don't know that they personally killed, but they killed women and children. I don't like them. So
There you go.
22,
Yeah, you hit.
7.
Okay. You managed, as they're running, you you rush forward and shoot a bolt right into the head of one, and it just falls, and the others scream harder, retreat, retreat, never kill again, sorry.
I'll hunt them down and kill them later. I feel vindicated, and I come back to the group. I feel.
Alright.
I'll send. My
Would you like to
owls
loot their
after
stuff
them.
or anything?
Yeah, I was gonna send my owls after them and then do that. Yes, yeah.
Okay. It's in the forest. You don't know. There's no epilogue to this.
No, that's okay. I'm just saying to harass them and keep them away from us. I send my owls after them.
Okay.
Are they gone, or can I... They're within 600 feet of me, right?
They're within 600 feet of you, yes.
Oh, yes.
Are they within 150 feet of me?
Actually, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Pow.
Just gonna snipe them the whole way.
Go ahead and. Oh my god.
no.
So you watch as
I am dressed as a kobold.
That's what I get.
you watch as Halek takes out his longbow, and then he stops and thinks and is like, "Why the hell am I doing with my longbow? I hate this thing." And he takes his great club instead of an arrow and just launches it over, and it hits Zag. Zag, you take
Oh.
Wait a second.
4 bludgeoning damage from the great club.
That's
flying
fine,
at
but
you.
wait a second. That's a little far-fetched, I think. That's stretching the
Sorry.
rules.
If you read,
How many...
if-
Wait, how much damage did he take from that?
4, it's fine. No, I'm fine. I have 10 hit points still because I didn't take a short rest. I mean, because I still have 10 hit points.
Alright, I walk over there and I feel really bad, and I offer to cure wounds you if you want.
I say, no, please save your strength. I'm fine.
I pick up my longbow and I throw it on the ground. I fucking hate this thing.
Wait, you didn't choose to use it. I'm confused. You threw your axe and it hit me, and your longbow.
I'm all confused.
I'll go and high five Rona, and I'll say, "Those rocks are pretty sweet, huh?"
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, some validation. It's all I crave.
Go ahead and roll investigation check.
Yup. 19. Wow, 19.
Okay, yeah, you find. I can whisper.
Zag would share with the group regardless.
Okay.
So you can tell the group.
You find 28 silver pieces. You find that their weapons are poorly made. They're just really cheap. And the kobolds in their stuff, you just find some stuff like pewter candlesticks, some silver serving dishes, like obviously things from a home, and religious carvings of Shantia.
So clearly stuff from Greenest.
Yeah.
Oh, they were. This is definitely. They were talking about and celebrating how all the loot they got.
So we killed 5 of 12. They ran away. Once my owls come back, I'll throw up the things that I find to them, and they'll bring them and gently drop them on top of Thrilly.
Okay.
So loot.
I will share the 28 silver pieces because I feel like that's not I feel like they wouldn't just pocket silver. What's more important is the family heirlooms and stuff. So, 28 divided by 5 is 5 pieces, and then 3 for party funds. So 5 silver and then 3 for party funds.
All right.
My 5 to Bonchon.
So
What was that again?
has 5 gold. So you get 5 silver pieces and 3 go to the party fund. It's very minuscule money, but the rest of it goes on top of Thrilly to help our disguise.
All right.
Why you're hostage? Is that the disguise?
No, the disguise is you're asleep and we're putting money on top of you so they don't notice.
Like we're buried under money?
Woohoo.
Pretty much. I figured like if they see treasure, they're not gonna question
Yeah.
what's underneath.
Should just
Alright.
paint it thoroughly gold.
So,
Just a statue.
To be fair,
Yeah.
in 6 hours, I'm gonna be going to sleep underneath that pile of gold, so I'm not upset about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling a rest coming
Yeah,
on.
if one of you wants to nap, now's the good time.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel bad leaving this, but I feel like it's the smart thing to do. So, I'll take one, since
I
we
still
just
have
finished that one
spell
battle.
slot left, so you're good. And I have my
Alright.
I still have Nesnar's staff as well, which is pretty useful.
Okay, Bonchan is awake though, and
Sure.
he's there to help you guys out if you need it.
Perfect.
I curl
Alright.
up his little spoon then.
Can we drag off these bodies, make them a little less out in the open? Maybe they're scouts or something.
If you want, I'll help out. It's up to you.
Do they have a? Is there a small guy? Small guy I might be able to drag.
I'm rolling athletics.
Maybe a child.
No thanks. I would rather not have
No.
a small child.
Let's see. Athletics.
Yeah. You just try to like roll the guy without the head like deeper, but you just end up getting like dirt all over you. Yeah.
Feeling a little dumb. All right.
But like with the help of your party, you're able to drag them off into the side and hide them in like the forest. The kobolds are now clearly nowhere to be seen. They haven't run back. Yeah.
So we continue following the path the big 50 group of 50 tromped, and we slowly make our way towards that place.
Just to remind you, there were way more than 50 cultists.
Total,
Those
yeah,
were just
that
the
was
ones
just
to
the
stay
around.
behind.
Yes, yeah.
At that time. But yeah, so as you go, you return to the trail, and you start to take your way back up, hunting the path, and that is where we will end it for tonight. We'll pick up here next week.
Woo!
11 o'clock on the
Yay for
nose,
not
look at that.
dying.
Again, I will remind everyone that this is designed for level 1 and level 2, and though I've changed some stuff, I would not like it's yeah.
That's still
Don't worry
wild
too much.
to me. Is it like designed? So we can talk about this after the stream ends. So we're gonna say, hey, good night, everyone. Thanks for coming by while we discuss things that you don't want to hear in case you run this in your own campaigns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Night, everybody. Thank you for stopping
night.
by. And
Good night.
we'll
See
see
you
you
Wednesday.
tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern EDT. Is it EDT now? I forget.
Yeah, it's EDT.
EDT. Because Zach, aka me, wants to start a little later because he has other shit to do occasionally.
Okay, Zach. All right, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Zach.
All right.